from the Husky Stadium, home of the Washington Huskies. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Minnesota Golden Gophers, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Washington Huskies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Golden Gophers will kick it away to start us off. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Huskies offense will take the field first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the pass game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Makes the catch. Quick step and go. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And the Huskies will have it 1st and 10. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Handoff from the gun. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Snowed under by the defense. The Huskies are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Off play action. Fires to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
And I think on that last play, that's an example of the quarterback trying to predetermine who he wants to throw to, and instead of letting the defense dictate who gets the ball. Man coverage, that guy was not open that time out on the perimeter of the field. Still, he gave him a chance, but that thing had incompletion written all over it from the moment the ball left his hand.
So Minnesota's offense will get the ball for the first time. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make surface-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
He'll keep it on the sneak.
3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
Got his man on the right. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Guys, let's talk just for a minute about Minnesota. Good pickup on the recruiting trail last week. Three-star offensive lineman gives them a verbal, and this is the type of talent they need to get into the program and then develop.
Yeah, and this really was more of an emotional decision, I think, for him as well. He's been a fan of this program ever since he was a young boy, and now he's getting a chance to live out his dreams. As a three-star, he had opportunities to go elsewhere, to play in better conferences against better competition, but this for him felt like home. And now he has a chance to go out and live that dream.
They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in the... Oh, he got a hand on it. It's blocked.
And they had been practicing this all week long. They saw something on film that made them think they could overload them on the right-hand side, and they were able to get back there to block that kick.
Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Vaughn. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. The offense setting up shop at the 46. First and 10. The give to the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He's got it all down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now they've got it at the 44 on first and 10. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on first down. He's got it. Going to the end zone. Touchdown, Huskies. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the PAT makes it 7-0.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking. He'll pull it on the read. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one. And the Golden Gophers in the hurry-up.
I don't care who you are, but if you're going to have success offensively, you've got to have some semblance of a running game. They didn't have it their last time out. They obviously really struggled in that game. And in this one, just not getting enough push up front, and it's putting them in some really difficult situations.
You can feel and hear the purple rain all the way across Lake Washington. Third down coming. He's got it. There he goes to the right. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up.
We always talk about Yak, and that was third and very manageable. They were just throwing the ball to the sticks, just trying to pick up a simple first. But when you've got playmakers like that can do things after the catch, any play could be an explosive one, and you saw it right there. Tremendous job getting it to him early, and he does the rest.
They'll run it on first and goal. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And wow, the defense was in there quick, fast, and in a hurry and shut that run game down. Like, they were ready for that. Second down now. A little more space for the offense. Backed up. A little more.
He's going for the goal line. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota! The extra point here would tie the game. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Got a man in the middle. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Looking for room, it's Vaughn. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into...
Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
After giving up a few extra yards after a hitch throw, I wonder if this defense is going to want to give this guy this much access moving forward. They might be thinking about more press coverage or playing some zone coverage where the corner's right up on him.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. Washington sends out the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Caught in the backfield. It's Dishman. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Golden Gophers come to the line in the hurry-up.
And that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. Back to throw, it's Wolf. Pocket breaking down. Makes the grab. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. And the Golden Gophers will punt it away on fourth down. Takes it on the return. Good job by the coverage team, and that's how we'll end the period. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. Down here as they go back to work. Looking for space, it's Vaughn. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
That's a really good looking run, too. And when you think back to Washington football, we talk a lot about the quarterbacks they've had, these great aerial assaults, but they've always needed to have balance as well. You get that by running the football, and this guy really helps keep defenses honest because they don't know what's coming at them. With a weapon like him in the backfield, he really makes this offense go.
Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Incomplete. And man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
Great coverage, great break on the ball. Had a chance to really make a big play and maybe even take that thing back to the house. Just got to secure the catch. We like to hit people more than we like to catch balls.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Huskies come to the line on third down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to power their way ahead, putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Huskies kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. They'll run play action. Here's a heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
They make the tackle at the 22. We'll give him 5 yards on the play. It'll be enough for a first down. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
On first and goal, let's see what Washington does. Use the play fake, now to throw. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Touchdown, Husky! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Caught behind the line. It's Pennington. Yep, got some room, headed to the goal line. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game. And the Huskies just got that huge run. They love another. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Huskies.
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Looking downfield, it's Wolf. Fires on the run. Pulls it in down the sideline. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain.
And that is a backbreaker if you're the defense, because you've done your job up to that point. You've set up the offense in 3rd and very long. You know they're going to throw it. You cannot allow a guy to get open that deep down the field for an explosive play. Somebody's going to have to answer for that when they get to the sidelines.
From the gun, the running back has it. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Golden Gophers want to move quickly. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking down the middle. He caught it. And he will score. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
Ready to try the point after. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, while we have a moment, let's peek in on what's going on in a big one in the American. UAB is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by a field goal over Tulane. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Off the play fake on first down to throw. The quick out. Still running at the 40. He'll step out of bounds right at the 44. A big time pickup on that one.
He came into this year with big expectations. Everybody expecting him to stat it up. And now with that last completion, he's already over 2,000 yards passing for the season.
Cranking up a drive like that can really get you going. It's first down from the 44. Using his legs, it's Vaughn. There he goes. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field. You saw another great example right there running the football. Anything they want to do right now is working.
They're dealing with a second and long. Wants to go up top. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it first and goal.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the score.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Past the 50. He's at the 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, Minnesota! And they turn it into a defensive score. What about the speed from that defender on the return?
He's showing you, Reese, like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. On the move. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. Stopped at the 43 after the 15-yard pickup.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the pill. They are throwing it. They are trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to throw on first down. Got his man quickly.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He makes the grab. They'll mark him down right there, and that'll be enough for a Washington first down. Fast completion moves the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Gonna look downfield again. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. To the air on second down. Finds a soft spot in the middle. And the runner is down, and so is a flag. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. Here comes the offense on second down. Back to pass. Gets it to him on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. Crosses the 35. Out of bounds there. Nice pickup on the play. Spotted at the 32. Washington coming to the line with another first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll try to do it himself. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment. Washington right back to the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Washington! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now? Going into the half with the lead, with the momentum.
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Here's the pressure. He's got him in the flat. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Back to pass, it's Wolf. Finds his big tight end. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
And the Golden Gophers will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Catches it at the 30. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in Seattle for an interesting first half than you? And it's clear, the aerial attacks of both teams have been relentless. They've been burning each of these secondaries like toast. Just an assault on the defensive game plans, if there even were defensive game plans. Gotta think, fellas, based on the first 2 quarters, we're going to see every route in the route tree again in this second half. With that said, let's send it back to our guys inside Husky Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. Washington ready to kick off to start this second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. They had a really productive first half, but in a game like this, they better keep it up.
You know, at halftime, the offense and defense separate, and they kind of go over their own adjustments.
Wide open, he makes the catch. Turns it on down the left side. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Once he got a step. It was all over, right to the house. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
And the defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the catch. It's Vaughn. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the...
He unleashes a long one. He's got it at the 15. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. After ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, now they've got it first and 10 from the 13. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. He makes a grab. Touchdown, Washington. And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half. And the extra point splits the uprights. They're up 35-28. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Catch open down the middle. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. The Golden Gophers headed quickly to the line.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up, and you got to communicate.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
Lofts one high and deep. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Golden Gophers line up to punt it away. Not going to take a chance to grab that one as it bounces out of bounds. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for room at the 40. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Rushes on him. Got the back over the middle. They're not just using the running back as check down Charlie in the passing game. They're getting him downfield.
And take my matchups I like. If you're going to play man-to-man, who are you going to put on the running back? You want to put a linebacker on him? I like my chances, even with safeties. Those guys, listen, they aren't as great as corners in covering, so I like finding matchups and exploiting them.
The Huskies with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him, weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They pull him down at the 17 after a pickup of 3. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it on the run. Touchdown, Huskies. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Minnesota offense is headed back on. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
The play-action fake. Fires to the big fella. They work their way to the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 5. The Golden Gophers want to crank the tempo.
And the offense showing off the short passing game, moving the sticks. Nice job, and look at them. They're right on the... Turning it on!
Brought down at the 46, but he got 10 on the play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Wolf. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Can you even imagine trying to operate in the midst of this purple rain on 3rd down? And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Golden Gophers will send out the punt unit. All the way back to the 15. Just a wall of defenders everywhere he looks, and he's guided out of bounds after a short return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. It's complete on the right side. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
And they'll pick up the 1st down and mark it at the 47.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to
throw it over the top of the deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Just keep slinging it. Catch in the middle, it's small. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Wants to go up top. Finds his man. It's Pennington. And he'll be tackled, but there is a flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. Second down coming up. Looking to fire. They've got the screen set up. Across the 35. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. That's the end of the quarter, and Washington has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Hand off from the shotgun. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing that.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Husky. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the American. UAB is trailing right now, but let's be honest. The program that turned out Roddy White should never be counted out of any game. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Tulane. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. To the air, it's Wolf. Bringing the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This quarterback has been under duress all game long. He's one of the best in the country, and he's used to having his way. He's the one who's used to dictating to opposing defenses, but that has not been the case in this game. Here we are late. He's still under pressure, taking a sack there.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep. He's got it down the left side. Off and running. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Minnesota!
Sometimes as a play caller, you just don't have to overthink things. I've got a guy who's faster than your guys, and he's just going to run straight down the field. I'm going to throw it way down the field. He's going to make the catch, and we're going to score a touchdown, and that's pretty much what just happened there.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Bangs it through for an extra point. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they put points up in electrifying fashion with an 82-yard toss for 6.
Number 14, set to kick this one.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So Reese with that drive, I think,
Breaks into the open. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Under fire. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
defense is all about creating negative plays, and he does a really good job at the quarterback spot of not taking sacks. Like, that's a great job. He wants to throw the football. The clock goes off. He takes off. He gets a positive gain.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. That big play has this defense reeling, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 14. Going to the running game. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for a score. Touchdown, Husky. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns. A 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back, knowing if they get down into this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Scanning the field, it's Wolf. Fires to the big fella. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. The Golden Gophers want to pick up the tempo. From the shotgun, the inside give. And this one will be stopped for no gain. So what do they have for 3rd and short from their own 23? Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the shotgun on 3rd down. He's going to let one fly down the middle.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's loose. Oh, he's got some space. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. And the Golden Gophers getting set on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Got it in the middle. It's Witherspoon. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
They'll run it from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. Tempo and overdrive.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go.
Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. On the move, he fires. And wings it incomplete.
And I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
On 4th down, trying to find his man. Big tight end makes the grab. 1st down, still on his feet. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quick strike complete. And they'll get him down inside the 5, but this offense powering for the score. Looking to throw, it's Wolf. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback, that you're going to have time to throw.
The Golden Gophers will hustle to the line. Looking to throw. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
PAT unit on the field. Smashes it through for the PAT. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they close that drive going to the air for the final few inches. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Fires it incomplete. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Using the quick game. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Beck's going for the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Washington. With that score, it looks as if this bunch is about to go 6-1. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Minnesota has it back, and the Gopher offense is headed onto the field. Dropping back, it's Wolf. Quickly out to the tight end. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. And the Golden Gophers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
And this is not decision time. This offense, it's green light the rest of the game. Down multiple possessions, got to go for it on 4th down. Probably had that in mind. It's a little shorter 4th down, but this offense has got to stay fast-paced and got to make some explosive plays.
Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Great place to start for this offense. The lone back's got it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Win with the running game on 1st down, now back at it. Gets the back moving. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Going for it all. And it's caught. Touchdown, Washington. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, at this point, you're still trying to throw stuff up against the blackboard and see if it sticks. You're down by a lot of points, so why not try it, right? And give the offense credit. You know, you're not just going to run the football. You're not just going to take a knee and get them to the locker room with your tail between your legs. I like the fighting spirit, just not enough of that today.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. This offense has it with really good field position. Zings it complete to the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.